Now, how many times have you decided you want to move on, you want to develop your career, you just don't know where to go? You've been asking people questions and nobody's telling you anything. And you just think to yourself, what do I do? Where do I go? I just don't know. Well, I'm about to share with you something that I realise that if people who had it within them to share had done so, I would have moved further a lot quicker. So let's just start with the LIVE acronym. Yeah. So the first thing you need to do in living is learn. So that means that it might mean you go into a course. You might do an online course. You might learn through your job. It might be somebody else's job that you see you'd like to do, but not necessarily in that organization. You might have a dream going forward that you'd like to fulfill. So learn how to do it. Be around those people who are doing it. Network. Find yourself in the realms or in the space of people doing that particular thing. And then as you learn, you begin to understand more about yourself. And you begin to understand whether or not you really want to do that. Invest in yourself. So, sorry, it may mean that you want to use some of your money that you earn monthly. Let's say you're on benefits and you say, I have no money, I can't invest. Well, invest time. Go to do something voluntarily that is basically similar to what you want to do, or it may be the organization type that you want to work for. Somebody else might have a business and might need volunteers with your skills. So go to those companies, find out if you can help them, do whatever you can to invest in yourself. If you have money and you earn monthly, just decide, right, for the next 12 months, I'm going to invest, let's say it's £10. It could be £100, but I never went more than £100. And that £100 might include things like investing in a monthly subscription for my email autoresponders, my email campaign, something that I could learn how to use and be in touch with the people who are spending money with me or who are spending time listening to what I have to say, so that you can send them valuable updates, not just an email from your Gmail account. So start getting professional and seeing what tools you actually need for your line of work. Another thing you can do is buy software. I bought so much till I actually don't even need them. So be a bit wiser than I. One of the places I go to is JV Zoo. And any new releases, you will get emails regarding that new release. My suggestion is that you create a Gmail account that is only for notifications, so that you don't get your email, constantly full of notifications and having to delete it. So anything for notifications or subscriptions, probably keep a separate Gmail account. V, have a vision. Visualize your goals, visualize where you want to be. And actually, you can either create a vision board, which is just pictures, messages that you give to yourself that you see every day, so that you reinforce that message daily in your mind and you're constantly visualizing it. And E is for engaging in your journey. So actually start doing what you need to do to get to where you need to go. engage in that journey, and make sure that throughout that whole process you're constantly learning. You might want to diarize some things that you learn. There might be painful lessons. There might be people who are not too keen on you. But you know where you're going. You know what you're trying to achieve. And especially when what you're trying to achieve has purpose and impact on people, just remember who you are trying to reach and the reason why you are doing it. In life, you will find 100% of the people are not keen on you. That 1% that are keen on you, fine, invest your time there. But make your focus on where you are going, your purpose. Because if you spend too much time on people, you will be held back. Now, as I was saying, sometimes there are people that can help you to where you need to go. And there are some people who will exclude you because they don't think that you're serious enough. However, when they exclude you, the ones they choose may not actually tap into what they're offering. And then they'll feel their time is wasted. You don't bother looking at what they're achieving, what they're not achieving, whether or not they're having impact or not having it. Don't give that any of your energy. Give energy to the journey you are taking. And as I said to you, I decided to live. No more excuses. Don't make somebody else the excuse for the reason why you are not achieving what you're achieving. I'm sure you've heard it before, but I have met people disabled in some way. I have a hidden disability, which is the asthma. Some of you may think that's not a disability. Yes, I can move, walk and talk, but there are some times when you are most ill with your asthma that you can't talk, you lose your voice. You can't move, you're so weak. It's just really crazy because you can't actually see that disability. It's like somebody sitting on your chest and suffocating you and you're still trying to breathe. It's like breathing in through your mouth and it's actually not your whole mouth that is actually taking in the air. It's like you're sucking air through a tiny little straw. And that's all you have to live on. So you shallow breathe and have to use all these techniques, etc., etc. But that's something I've addressed before by changing the things that I ate, by having raw foods. I came off of that, and for the last couple of years I've had that problem. Now I have to go back to living and living right. So I have to go back to my partially raw diet, which was amazing, my vegan diet that just, wow, it just blew everything out of the water and I was much more productive. You have people who have no legs. I've met a lady with cerebral palsy and for all her life, they said she wouldn't live beyond 30. They said she wouldn't have children. They said she would never marry. She's lived beyond 30. She's got married. She has a wonderful son. So it's all been about her determination to move forward. And sometimes your mind has to tell your body what to do. So it's like, body ready or not, you're coming with me, right? I am taking you. So you have to use this determination to keep going. As much as I'm talking to you now, the asthma has kind of affected my voice. So I sound a little bit husky, a bit different. But it's okay. I want to share this with you. And I want you to know that all is well. You will achieve the things you want to achieve. But you have to be the one to put in that energy into you and not what other people are doing. Roll it out like a red carpet and start walking and engaging in your journey and being part of that beautiful scenery that you can see. You might like parks, you might like nature, you might even go to a place where, like somewhere like Westfield, and observe people. If you're a poet, you might want to observe day-to-day living and reflect on what you see in your poetry. You might be a writer. You might need inspiration. Go into nature. Be in an area where you're by yourself and all you can hear is the sound of nature around you. It's really amazing. Now I'm beginning to realise when people say you can hear the trees. I had a friend who came from New Jersey and he got me to hug a tree. For the first time in my life, I ever hugged a tree. It didn't mean anything to me. It's like, oh, this dirty tree. But hugging the tree, it was like, oh, I can breathe. It felt like a long lost friend. It was like, no, I'm not weird. It just felt like alive. The tree is alive and I felt alive too. And sometimes you just need to be in nature. Where I wrote most of my poetry was actually when I was living in Jamaica, and I was on campus. I was studying, and I would go in is it sports field? I passed the music building, and I remember there was this big field. I remember one particular day there was a cow next to me, just lying down. I was looking at the cow. The cow was looking at me. You know, her one eye was on me, just turned towards me. You know when they give you the side eye? And she was chewing her cud. She was chewing. It was going down and then coming up. And chewing, going down and coming up. She didn't realise I was looking at it because, you know, come from London, you hear the term chewing your cud. And finally, I was up close and personal with a cow chewing the cud. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. But the cow was like, just one step and I'm going to have you for dinner. I was like, not that the cow would eat me, but, you know, they can get aggressive if you attack them. So she didn't know what I was going to do. But I was actually observing her and amazed, in awe of her nature. And then you sit and you can kind of like hear the gentle breeze. You can hear the birds. It's just really beautiful to be in nature. So remember to live, learn, invest in yourself, visualize your goals and engage in your journey. I decided to live. No more excuses. And remember, do not concentrate on those people who you think can give you a hand up and they're not doing so. It's not their job, it's not their duty. Because if they did, the agenda may flatten your dreams because, you know, sometimes those people sap energy from you. You just visualize on where you want to go. And even if you have to step back, you know, do a job that pays a little less money just so that you can get that job title on your CV to then move forward, do what you have to do. I did that and oh my days, the stepping back was worth it. I tell you what, I have done something quite amazing in making that sacrifice to invest in my future. And trust me, I am enjoying everything that is to come. Take care, blessings, and have a great day. Bye for now.